talk show is brought to you by Health Plans, your Medicare plans, insurance solutions, and resource agency. We have a variety of plans and products that fit your needs, benefit requirements, and budget, with many low or no-cost premium plans, zero co-pays, and much more. Our licensed benefits advisor's priority is your health and well-being. Call us today and book your no-obligation consultation. 1-929-367-5269.
Folks, welcome back to the iHealth channel, iHealth Radio on the NBC network here with your host, Hurricane H, and your host,
John C. Morley. Great to be here, HH.
Great to be here with you as always. And we are
Double Impact.
Double Impact. All right. So welcome back. This is, I'm not sure how you felt about the last two sessions, but they were just kind of open discussion, and we covered a lot of angles. We went left and right, up, down, and we'll do the same here. So we'll cover a lot of angles in half an hour to really bring different things. But always the tradition has started. Somehow it became a tradition, is that we cover what John has been up to in the last week. And John's busy. He does a lot of things every day. And he's always looking for what's up, what's coming, what's the day like. And we talked about last time, right, John? The daily stuff, like, there's today, whatever X day, right? And you've discovered every single something that's being celebrated each day of the year. So 365 something a day. So what was last week since we've met?
Well, it depends on which day do you want to know?
Well, listen, we can start the whole week. We have 7 days. Go for it.
All right.
Well, the highlights, whatever, was the most exciting.
What was some of my favorites? Okay, so there were a lot of good favorites. And next week we'll talk about this week, because there was a lot of good favorites this week. But so if I have to think, last week started, depending when we're airing the show, I would say, that we obviously we had the 18th. And the 18th was interesting. We had National Sour Candy Day.
We did that one. We covered that.
Okay. Then we probably left off around. I would say probably. No, we didn't talk about National Junk Food Day, did we?
No, we didn't. We didn't talk about
National Junk Food Day, and we probably didn't talk about. National we played National Words with Friends Day, which was actually the day after our show. So the 19th is where we left off. So National Words with Friends Day is a free app you can download, the Android or the the iTunes Apple Store, and you can have so much fun connecting with other people, creating intelligent words, and testing your wit. So we did that. That was just more of a video I did, just because you can't really do much with that. It was just an app. And then on the 20th, that was a real fun day. I got to tell you about the 20th. The 20th was National Fortune Cookie Day.
Well, there's a lot of fortune out there, a lot of sayings, a lot of good luck business. So
now the thing you don't realize, HH, about National Fortune Cookie Day is probably so much, John, when did National Fortune Cookie Day start? Everyone was asking me that question during the day. So National Fortune Cookie Day, first of all, I'll let you know, it did not start in China.
Interesting.
You know where it started?
I guess somewhere in the U.S., California, maybe?
No, it didn't. It actually started in Japan.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Well, listen, I'm learning, folks.
And so what I did is I went to one of our local Chinese, Japanese places, what have you. And I ordered lunch. But while I was waiting for my lunch, I decided that I was going to share a tip. because we couldn't wait till the end of the meal to have a video, we were going to do that one anyway. But I was going there just for the fortune cookie. Some places actually charge $1 or $2 for fortune cookies. I first was going to go to a bakery.
Seriously?
They charge $2 for fortune cookies. A lot of restaurants give them away for free.
I know.
One restaurant was charging $2 a fortune cookie. They're out of their mind.
But they better be good.
They're just the same cheap cookies that you get from Wong Tong Bakery.
Oh.
For like a box, what is it? A box of fortune cookies? I think they're like.
And people buy that?
What's that?
People buy them actually?
People buy them. You can get them on Amazon.
Oh, wow. Okay.
You can buy a box of fortune cookies on Amazon. I think you can get them for $33.09.
Well, okay. I mean, I get it if you want to buy your own, but from a restaurant that's charging you where you can get them for free. I mean, you get takeout, they give you
you get 350 cookies for $32.
Okay. All right.
All right. Or if you want to get a custom one, it's $190 and you can have custom fortune cookies made.
Well, see, that I can dig, something different, company driven, messaging, whatever. That could be something that's interesting, right? But the standard stuff that is, I mean, you can literally just, list up. You can Google a list of all the fortune cookie, sayings and wishes and things like that, and line them up. And
so before I get into the fortune cookie, I was gonna have my meal. It was gonna be. I did the shrimp and the fried rice, but I started with the standard salad they give you, the soup, and then with the salad, and so I always like to be culturally correct when I go to these restaurants. Now, you don't take your shoes off at this one. This is not the Japanese place. But even though it was like a Japanese restaurant, sat down, and I always ask them, can I have the kitty adapter? So I like to be culturally correct. The kitty adapter for the chopsticks. So
I know which ones.
Lisa, would you like a fork? I said, no. I said, I'd like to be a little bit with the culture and be a little respectful. And I said, but if you don't give me the kitty adapter, I said, I'll starve. So she brings me the kitty adapter, and the company that came up with that concept makes billions. And so I started my phone. I said, I'm going to tell people how to assemble the kitty adapter. Hey, everyone, it's John. I'm here at such and such restaurant in Oakland, New Jersey. And how about you? Have you ever gone to a Chinese, Japanese restaurant? I hope you're not using a fork. I hope you're at least trying to use the sticks. But why starve? Why don't you actually learn how to put the kitty adapter on correctly? And I'm going to show you how to do it today. It's real easy. So you open the package, you break the sticks apart. Now you break the package apart. You slide them on the top so the mouth goes to the bottom. And then you use them and you're ready to eat. See how easy that was? So next time you go to a restaurant, you won't starve, whether it's Chinese or Japanese. And you won't look like you're an American because you're using a fork.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's pretty. I have to say, I'm guilty with that. I mean, I give up sometimes on the chopsticks and wind up with this.
Oh no! I always try to be culturally correct because I feel it's nice. We're in the country. I want to try to. In fact, that video was very interesting because when I went there, I wasn't sure what was going to happen, but strangely enough, that video, a lot of people liked that video. Of me with the chopsticks, and then you had the fortune cookie. Obviously, we did the fortune cookie afterwards. But the thing about the fortune cookie that I think was very interesting is that I opened the fortune cookie and I read the fortune, and you really can put a lot of stake in that fortune if you like it, and you could focus on it, right? Because we become what we think about most often. Okay. Our energy goes where our thoughts flow. And so, having that fortune cookie. And if you didn't like your fortune cookie, we'll just get another one on the way out. You can help yourself. But like I was telling you, there was a restaurant that was charging $2 a fortune cookie. I was like, really? Go online and buy a whole case of them for like 30-some bucks for 250, 350 fortune cookies.
Well, these guys didn't charge you, did they?
They didn't charge me a penny. I paid the $14.95 for my lunch. I got the soup, got the salad, got the fried rice, got the shrimp, got the vegetables, and then I ordered a nice vanilla ice cream. And they don't let you mix the vanilla and the green tea. Apparently, I don't know. They don't like to be flexible. You can only have one or other. You can't mix. I said, well, you give me 2 scoops. Yeah, I don't know. We only can give you the one kind. We only give you one kind. It must be too much effort for them to scoop I don't know. But since you get 2 scoops, so I figure, why can't I have half green, half vanilla, right? Makes sense.
Listen, that's the idea of multiple
No,
scoops.
no, we don't do that. You'll get one choice. You get one choice. One choice.
Okay. All right. We'll respect. Well, so let's talk about that, right?
Yeah.
First things first. Fortune cookies, just the name. It's supposed to, you read your fortune, and you get your lotto numbers. Typically, those are the things you can get in those, it's like, hey, surprise. And some people actually, I think historically, people have used those and something did come out of it. I don't know if someone actually ever had the luck of using those numbers and won, and can chime in with us on the next show or send us an email. Maybe talk about that. That would be interesting. I'd like to know if you actually ever hit, a number or 2 or 3 or whatever on the lottery.
That'd be interesting because some of them have numbers, some of them don't.
Well, again, I'm talking about the ones that do. but definitely there is the messaging, right? The saying, the problem.
There's always the message, and you always see another message on the back. Yeah. Try another fortune from Long Tong Bakery or something. You always see that on the back now.
Well, let's talk about that. So do you believe in fortune?
So I believe that you can make what you want happen. So if a fortune is there, I believe it can propel you forward towards your future. But I also believe it's your choice to make that happen, HH.
I love what you said because, again, we're making fun of well, no, we're not making fun. We just share with you guys some experiences here. But really, we want to make sure, obviously, this show gives you some good core, informational stuff, things that you can take home and to the bank and something you can use. But fortune, the word fortune, I mean, somebody, we hear fortunate, we hear she has a fortune, they're very, rich, whatever. And there's a fortune or the guess or potentially your luck, right? So there's different ways we can look at it. But at the end of the day, I asked the question because I personally don't believe in such thing as luck or fortune. I believe that you make your own. I mean, there are circumstances. I agree. Again, your hat is always, my go-to here. Believe in it, right? You believe in something and you achieve. There's a transition between that belief. You have to believe in yourself and whatever your dream is, whatever you need to do to get there. And then you do whatever necessary action steps.
You got to take that in those inspired actions. You can't just sit home and think all day, oh my gosh, I thought about $1 million and it didn't come. Well, you got the inspired action. Why don't you take it? Well, no, I was just waiting. I was going to keep meditating. Meditating's great. And it's great to give you the connection to source, but you still got to take the action. Right? If you're hungry and you don't eat, are you going to become unhungry? Probably not.
Actually, come to think of it, that's a good one. Wait a minute, I'm hungry. Oh, that's it, no more. I thought about it, it's done. It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work.
You could. The power of the mind is
no, that's true. But I'm just saying with normal, without extra effort. But anyway, Mr. Makoto Hagiwara in 1914 in San Francisco first developed the fortune cookie.
Interesting. Okay.
That's the man who developed them. And many Americans think the fortune cookies are, because of Chinese restaurants, but they really come from the Japanese culture that started in the 19th century. And then they got brought to the United States of America in the 20th century.
Did you discover the story behind it? Why he created that or he started this? Was it just to keep people, motivated?
Not really. I wasn't able to really.
Why
did he come up with a fortune cookie? It didn't really give me a lot of information. It was just he was a Chinese immigrant, okay, and he founded the Hong Kong Noodle Company. And he lives in Los Angeles. He invented the cookie in 1918, and I think the only thing is he just wanted to make something so people that didn't have enough money could wander into his shop, and I'm guessing they could just buy something because, again, he owned a noodle factory, but most people couldn't afford even a cup of noodles.
Well, culturally, I mean, there is a belief in the fortune. There's a belief in luck. Again, it depends on which culture you have. I mean, some of the Asian cultures, and they do have that as part of it.
They have that little donkey thing that what I call that cat that does this and it brings money in or something like that.
It is part of the culture. So and again, respect to all our cultures. And,
Yeah.
it is, when I say I don't believe in fortune, I'm talking in the sense of business instead of achievement. But yeah, I mean, culturally,
It can help motivate you. So if you have a ritual or something you do, I believe that's something that is going to cement or bring back a state. And we all know that the states of our mind is what help us achieve. So if you do something like the ones I told you about, smelling the dollar bill and saying I'm one in abundance of money. So saying that 3 times, that kind of thing creates a fortune. But what you're really doing is you're creating a thought pattern, which gets you to focus on money.
Mhm.
And I tell people this, if you don't have any of it, well, then that means you're focusing on lack. You've got to focus on abundance. And if people can't focus on abundance, I say, well, why don't you think about everything around you? What do you mean? Well, there's lots of trees, aren't there? There's lots of blades of grass. There's lots of molecules in every glass of water. There are lots of everything out there. There are lots of people. There are lots of pebbles in every road. There's just abundance around us.
We have to appreciate there's abundance in us, ourselves, our body, how we function.
We have an abundant amount of cells, an abundant amount of pints of blood, and the abundant amount of breathing.
Listen, and we got to be grateful for it. You're right. Well, so that also takes us to the concept of energies, right? I mean, again, we don't want to go into deep stuff here, but the fact is, there is energy, there's stuff, and yeah, you believe, you achieve, but there is an energy that goes with all these concepts. So,
absolutely, and energy is never created and it's never destroyed. It's only moved.
That's right, and
so we have to move it from one part to another part.
That's right, and we exchange it all the time, and yes, in the belief of zodiac or a lot of things, and it depends on the religions, the culture, whatever. There's different opinions about it, and we're not crossing those lines. But people sometimes, if you feel something and you really believe in something, and it manifests, right, to a degree, and
it does. You start to get signs, you start to get closer to something, but I think people get discouraged because they don't see it tomorrow. And the example I give of this is, well, John, I can't manifest $1 million. Okay, I get it. That might be hard for you to do right now. So let's start with something simple. Why don't you think tomorrow of manifesting a cup of coffee or a glass of water or something like that? And think about that. And just think about that. And you're going to see somebody's going to offer you a glass of water or somebody's going to offer you a beverage because you're focusing on that.
Well, you also, when you start looking for something, you really start really into something, you start finding yourself in those circles that will attract you or get you closer to whatever you're looking at or looking for rather. And it's amazing. It never fails because to your point, if you start thinking of anything, somehow you'll get closer to it because you're basically going to start finding ways to get you closer to it. And that's actually part of success, right? You set a goal, you put it down on a paper, and you start working towards it. How do I get there, right? How do I achieve that? And you start putting one step at a time and looking at different angles. Again, just like if we have a homework right now and you want to, you have a paper to do, whatever, and you got to start looking for all the different, resources so you can get the content.
Right.
It's the same thing. You got to do the research, right? And it's going to get you there. And
you got to do the research, and you also have to realize that if you don't see it now, realize that doesn't mean that it's never. It just might mean not now. And so the reason not now might be a reason that you don't know about, but it might be protecting you. Mm-hmm. So I think we have to believe, and I think the moment we stop believing is when we start to go downhill. Belief can be very hard, whether it's with health or anything, but you've got to believe in every fiber, in every ounce that you have. And I always believe that something is going to turn up. Somewhere there's going to be a silver lining. I'll give you an example. We have an event coming up. I won't talk too much about it because we'll talk about it more next month. But in August, we have a dog event coming up. Mm-hmm. And one of my companies, Orbital Media, is hosting an event. And we were supposed to do this at a local cafe in town. Figured it'd be great. Two local businesses would help out. And shopping local is a great thing. We did all the promotion. We did the video. We did everything. And just about a week or so ago, the lady from the cafe calls us, "Oh, John, I just heard back from the health department." So, okay. And they say we can't have the event. Why? Oh, I don't know. They said we can't have that many dogs outside. They're not in the restaurant. No, I know, but they said we can't have it. So now I'm like, okay, I got a magazine that went out with 20,000 people this week. It's telling the event's going to be there. I've done Eventbrite telling people to be there. What the heck am I supposed to do? I said, all right, let's look at the positives. We're going to still have an event. It's not going to be there. We'll find another venue somewhere. Don't know where or how yet, but we're going to find one. And then I'll just have to change the Eventbrite and tell people that they bought a ticket that we moved the event. And so one of my staff members, I was telling them about the challenges. "Oh, John, you should go check out this place." I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, where's that?" "Oh, it's in this town." "Well, where?" "Oh, it's right on this street." Put in my GPS. I go there. And I decide it was like a food truck type of thing, but it was like a nice food truck that was like in a park. That's like permanent. It was actually in the caboose of a train. And you can't go in the train, but they just had this like all closed. So I went there and I said, let me try this thing out. So I said, let me go. They have pulled pork. I said, let me get the pulled pork without the bun, 250 calories, and a nice ice cold bottle of water. Healthy, no bun. And I I said, I was just wondering, I want to have an event here. I know you're dog friendly, about 20 or 30 people and their pets. I was wondering if you can accommodate us. So, sure we can. And lady comes outside, the mother who owns the place, and she's talking to me. And before you know it, we're getting ready to have the event there on the 15th. So I think it's just about being open, and the way you want something to happen may not necessarily be the way it's going to happen. This could be in a relationship. It could be in a job. It could be in making money. It could be in your fame. I don't care what it is. You may expect it to come in this kind of package with a cellophane and a nice little red bow. It may not come in a cellophane with a red bow. It might come in a brown bag. It might come in no bag. It might just be dropped out of the sky. My point is, you've got to be willing. So the example I use is you're going on a date, and but you're not open to the date, because you don't want to meet someone at the local cafe or at the airport. Like, oh, I can't meet this person at the airport. This is the airport. I'm not meeting a date at the airport. So you're blocking the fact that somebody's trying to send somebody to you, but, well, I can't meet my soulmate in an airport. Can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm against it. So now you're blocking what's trying to come into you because you haven't said, I got to meet this person. It's got to be this way. It's got to be at this time. It's got to be at this place.
Well, John, thank you for that, because that is a powerful concept that people should be aware of and mindful of. And you're right. First of all, I do believe, just like you, that everything can be achievable. Everything that you can put your mind to will happen. When is a question. You can put deadlines. Sometimes it don't happen at the time, sometimes earlier. You should go for your targets, for your timelines and everything. But you're right. Circumstances can change, can shift. And your adaptability, your flexibility has to be in place to get there. If you're really just a linear and you are, like rigid, you're not going to happen. Malleable, flexible. Again, I always give the example of a river. It doesn't stop. It keeps going, but it will get around hurdles. Exactly. It will go around the mountains. It goes in, it digs in, whatever. It's going to find a way until it gets to its destination, and you will get there. And I do believe in this, in the concept of this world, while we are confined to, and I don't care what belief you have, whether you believe in religion, creation or not, all that stuff we can put aside. But the fact of the matter is, there are things that we know of and things that we may not know of. But the fact is, I'd like to always, express this in this way. Life is a big stage, and we all have roles and we have different things, and there's an infinite level of possibilities that are designed, and we kind of march through these things and we pick those designs or those opportunities or those kind of paths, and they kind of lead somewhere, and it's all there. If we take a right, it might lead to one place. Take a left, you might lead to another. The bottom line is there's, again, I use that with my kids sometimes, and I explain to them, because my son, for example, he's big with gaming, and I always explain to him, well, when you get a game, right, the producer of that game, or the developer of that game, the programmer of the game, has thought about a lot of different scenarios, and they're all already in that mind, in the developer's mind, that game is already from A to Z. It's all ended. He figured out every single thing, all the scenarios, all the different options, all the stuff, the avatars, the different things, the different levels, and what you can achieve, what you can. Now, you are the character in one of those games, and when you start that game, you have no clue. First of all, to get to multiple levels, you're probably going to have to do it a few times to figure out how to get to the next level. And even if you're an expert, it don't happen overnight. You will actually learn eventually to get there, and you'll get to the end game, right? But the bottom line is, you don't know what's happening until you go through the whole routine and get to the final level. Now, in life, it's similar, right? So there is a concept, there's a divine, or there's an actual plan. We are in the plan. We're exchanging a lot of different information. We do different things. We go through different paths, different, resources. We do different things in life. We try to achieve things differently. Everybody's got a way about themselves, and some go to work, some go to do business, some go to, become their own actors, whatever they do, whatever you want towards your target, right? But all of these things are exchanges, all different things and opportunities that are already pre-designed for us. We just don't know which one, and what's meant for us is going to be there no matter what. So you're going to go left, you're going to go right, you're going to wind up at the same spot. But the question is how you get there. Do you get, direct line? You get a loop line, whatever. But that's the thing. So the world we live in is an opportunity. There's plenty of opportunities. You can and will achieve whatever you put in your mind. Except
absolutely. Do you have a direct flight, or do you have a connecting flight?
Exactly. Yeah. And by the way, we're not probably bringing a lot of new things to you guys, but it's sometimes just a reminder, right, of things that we already know. But if they
say 7 to 10 or 12 times is what it takes for you to actually take action. So even if you know about something, you may not think about even implementing in your life until you hear it 7 to 12 times.
Well, it's funny. That's where marketing stands, right? You get an email the first time, the second time, the third time, the fourth time. And then by the seventh time, like, yeah, damn, let me just click on this, see what it's all about. And then then next, I'm gonna think about it. And then the 10th time, you make a move, and that's power. I mean, understanding these logics will make a difference in your life. Understand that you will get to no matter what end game you're looking for. You will get to that next level and to the final level, and you know what? You get there, but you have to.
You will. It may take a little bit of time.
I know time depends, but the fact is, some people have a different, sometimes they get to the end very quickly. Some people have different ways. Maybe by experience, they've experienced something different or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, if you really are prepared to go to your target, to your goal, whatever that is, we'll get there. You have to be prepared that it's not going to be overnight, and it's not going to be easy. Now, if it's easy, that's a plus. Thumbs up, take it. No, we're not going to say no to it. We'll like a nice.
But when it's easy, HH. You don't learn anything. And then if you did something by a stroke of luck, how do you do it again?
That's fair. Once you go through the routines and the challenges, everything else becomes easy. You can always do it again. That's right. Big point.
Speaking about easy, what's easier than having a nice junk food day, which I don't do that often. But on the 21st was National Junk Food and National French Fry Day.
Mm-hmm.
So National Hot Dog Day and National French Fry Day. So I went to our local grill not too far, and I went in there and I ordered a hot dog with fries. Threw the bun away. I just had the hot dog. No bun. Had the fries, 3 ounces of fries. That was it. And it was interesting. And now I'm still getting peeled back. In fact, there was one kid whose legs were in the video. Unfortunately, he was just running back and forth. And today, he actually tagged back into TikTok to follow. He's like, hey, I was the kid whose legs that were in the video. Oh, thanks for letting us know. Appreciate you following us.
Hey, listen, that's funny.
and it's funny, and that might get some responses, So that happened, but I got to tell you, on Friday was a little difficult. Very rare, but on Friday I could not really do anything on Friday. It was the 22nd, and it was National Panuccia Fudge Day and National Hammock Day. I figured, Panuccia fudge, Italian fudge, it's very, very easy to get. Wrong. Nobody has Panuccia fudge. So they said, well, you can order. I said, well, that doesn't going to help me. Today's Panuccia Fudge Day. We'll have Panuccia Fudge in Christmas time. I said, why? Today's Panuccia Fudge Day. Yeah, but it's expensive and we don't order it. Only people want on the holidays. Well, why is Panuccia Fudge on the holiday when Panuccia Fudge Day is on the Friday? It's always the 1, 2, 3, the fourth Friday of the fourth Friday of July. I don't know, but we don't carry Panuccia Fudge. I went to 3, 4 chocolate places. Called my phone, didn't have it. So the next thing I could have done, it was National Hammock Day. How hard is it to get on a hammock? Now, I didn't have a hammock. I said, I'll go to my local Home Depot. I'll go to Lowe's. I'll go to Bed Bath & Beyond. I'll go to Ski Barn. And not one of those places had a bloody hammock that was not on the floor. They were all hanging up. And none of them had a thing that was going to hoist it in so I could lay into it. I said, you don't still have it on display, do you? No, we don't. It's kind of dangerous. What do you mean dangerous? Well, some people, they get into them, the kids, they play around and they flip and flop, and the older people come in and then they just find themselves on the ground, and then we have an emergency. And I'm like, oh. So I guess I can't find my hammock for today. And I wasn't just going to buy a hammock and then so that didn't work out. But I was happy on Saturday. Saturday was the 23rd, and it was National Vanilla Ice Cream Day. Went back to one of my favorite. I have a couple of favorite ice cream places. But went back to one of my favorite ice cream places. They don't do sundaes there. They just do ice creams over 250 flavors. So first time I went in there, he said to me, "Don't worry." He says, "We got this." I went there again. I said, "It's National Vanilla Ice Cream Day." Went in there. Don't worry about it. And it was interesting because I talked about the fact that he has an animal cracker on his ice cream that he serves. Everyone has an animal cracker. And so that was very delicious. I had that on Saturday. And Sunday was a really amazing day. Sunday was National Drive-Through Day. What do you think I did for National Drive-Through Day?
Drive through all over. Drive through everything.
What's that?
Drive through all the places.
So first thing I thought was there's a brand new car wash that opened up. So I said, I'm going to try them out. But I said to myself, I really don't want to spend money for a car wash, especially one that I'm probably not going to go back to. I just want one I can, because I usually don't drive through my car wash. I let them take it and they take it through. So I went online. I said, they're offering a free car wash if I just give them a number. So I gave them one of my throwaway text numbers. Let them send me a coupon. It'll be gone in an hour, that number. And I can go get myself a free car wash. And I went there and had all these attendants help. I said, I thought this was a self-car wash. Oh, it is, but we're here to help you with the machine and we're here to dry your car off. I said, oh, okay. So I told the guy what I'm doing. I thought it was pretty cool. Meanwhile, I clicked the thing on the app. They tell you don't click it unless you're actually standing at the place. So I click it. I put the phone there. It scans it. The bar goes. He said, "Sir, you better go through because the gate's going to go down." Really? He said, "Yeah, you better go through." So I went through, and I get there. I have my phone, and so my car is a car that has, the option where you can put it in what they call car wash mode, which is where you hold the button end down. You have to get out of the car within 2 seconds. But I wasn't getting out of the car, so you could keep the car neutral if you sit in the car. But if you get out of the car automatically goes into park. See, I didn't understand how that worked. Now I understand why there's a car wash mode. If you stay in the car, it's safe to keep it in neutral, but you can't press neutral. The minute I open the car on my SUV, it automatically goes into park. Anything, whether you're driving or whatever. So I'm just there, and you bring the car wheel up, brakes are all off, everything's good, and they have the one, wheel that basically hooks on to try to take your tire in. So I pull there, the guy pushes the button there. So it's supposed to be self, but I don't know. This doesn't really seem like a self car wash because I put the thing in here. I paid for it. Then I come around the corner and he still had to do something, but then he has to wash the car down. So much for self. He actually sprays the front of the car down. And so then I'm waiting and then the car starts to pull in. I get my phone. I'm like, hey, everybody, it's John. And I'm at Soren, self car wash. And I'm here today. And, oh, wow, the car wash is starting. And this is pretty cool. I'm actually sitting inside the car with all these cool neon lights and hearing all the water and feeling it and going through. And looks like that's about it. So be sure to get your free car wash. Then I go out. And now this is weird because you vacuum the car before you go in the car wash. Most car washes they vacuum your car before you go in the car wash. Well, this is a self car wash. You vacuum your car yourself, which I haven't done in a while when I pulled it out. I got to tell you, the best part of the whole car wash was the vacuum because I did it myself. But that was the best part because I got to clean out my car. The car wash wasn't worth a crap. I mean, it was terrible. And I wasn't going to complain since I didn't pay for it. But there was still spots on my car. I said, that doesn't happen when I go to the car wash that I normally pay $50 a month for. And I just keep going through. But it's a little different. And they didn't hit the wheels with the special, white wheel. They didn't hit the wheel with all the wire tire shine. They didn't do all that. And they're supposed to have a 10-minute limit. You take the thing out and I'm like, vacuuming the car, throwing things out. And I leave there and I'm like, okay, where am I going to go next? I get it. I'm going to go to one of the best fast food places. I don't go to fast food places. I'm going to go to one that's supposed to be rated the fastest and the best. I'm going to go to Taco Bell. So I get in line for Taco Bell and I'm over here and I'm like, hello, hi, can I help you? Yes, let me have one crispy taco, fresco style. Anything else? Yes, may I please have a bottle of water? Yes, anything else? No, thank you. Okay, your total will be $5.11. So I'm over here at Taco Bell's and encouraging you to go through your local drive-thru at fast food and get some food. And then I let them know that they served it within a minute and 20 seconds, which was great. I pulled over, ate my 150 calorie taco and some water. And I said, what am I going to do next? I get it. I'm going to go to a bank. So the first restaurant started in California quite a long time ago. And then I went to a bank and the first drive-thru started over 75 years ago in Dallas, Texas. So I went through the drive-thru. I said, here you can see the green light. I'm driving through. I'm not actually calling. Now you can see this is the TD Bank. This is only the bank that is open on Sunday. And I'm going to show this is how they usually say, how can we help you? And you drive through and you do your transactions. So drive-thrus aren't just for food. They're not just for everything. They're for banking and so many other things. You can even get your dry cleaning done now in a drive-thru. They even have a drive-through law firm, I heard, in another state. So it's really becoming something for convenience. So I really enjoyed that. And then it was Sunday day. So I went and got a sundae. And the lady's like, oh, I remember you. I said, man, you're that guy that came here last week and filmed with a vanilla cone. I said, that was me. She's like, oh, yeah. She's like, I remember you. She's like, what did you want? I said, I want a sundae today, a small one with just a tablespoon of hot syrup and some mixed sprinkles. Brings it out. And I said, hey, everybody, I'm at. So I did that. That was kind of fun. So that was for, and then today was amazing. Today was Monday. Today is, actually, I went to Van Sun Park. And got on this thing and I told me, hey, everybody, you have to stay tuned because something amazing is going to happen in just a few seconds, but I'm not going to tell you. Something's going to happen really soon. Oh, that bell just started. I wonder what that means. Yes, I'm on a merry-go-round at Van Sun Park. Haven't been on one in 25 years. What a magical and amazing experience it is to be on a merry-go-round. This one happens to be operating 22 years here. And it's a pretty good condition that I get off the ride and I decide to talk to the operators of the merry-go-round. And I interview them on camera for another video. And they thought I was nuts. And I was like, what do you like about the merry-go-round? Well, it's a great merry-go-round. It's been here for 22 years. Everyone likes it. It's a big attraction. And where can you go and have so much fun for $2? So much nostalgia and relive your childhood for $2. And we also got, who are you over here? Oh, Tom. I got Tom here with me, the other operator. And what's so special about this merry-go-round here? Carousel, really. Oh, well, the kids love it. They come and takes a little bit of time. They pick the horse they want, but then they eventually get the one they want. And it's just so amazing to see the smiles on their faces. Well, you heard it right from these gentlemen. They're the operators of the machine that puts smiles on people's faces of all different ages. So take your $2 and come on down to our local carousel, or go find yours wherever you are in your town or your state, and just relive your childhood, but create some memories today and ride a carousel.
Well, John, you took us to a journey right now for the whole week, and you covered a lot of things. And, while some people may be like, well, what's the purpose of all these things? If you notice, as you listen to each one of those experiences, one is we're learning about what's happening every day and some of the celebrations, if you want to call them that way. Also, we are getting tips on when and how these things were conceived and by whom and where. And then finally, there is some satisfaction to it, and at least some acknowledgement to something new. For example, I actually have, I do go through one of those car washes myself. And I know when you come out of them, because there's nobody that's wiping unless you wipe it.
No, they wipe it off at this car wash. They have people at the beginning and they have wipers at the end. But the car wash wasn't worth anything.
Oh, all right. Well, they have different levels. So when it's free,
I got the top level, the free top level. The highest level would normally be $40, $30 a month.
Oh, really? Okay. I figured when they give you
but free. It doesn't beat my $59.99 car wash here in town that you could go through unlimited.
Well, that's unlimited. Yeah.
Theirs was unlimited too, but it wasn't. It was like if I got this car wash, I'm like, hey, guys, are you kidding me? This wasn't, I couldn't say that there because the car wash was free, but if I was paying that per month, but I could keep going through as much as I want. I just don't think their equipment was at the highest level of standard that it should be for a car wash. It was good to get the water off the car, and it had a lot of jazz with, they put this spray, that spray, and this coat, and a lot of nonsense, but I really don't think my car appreciated it. The vacuum job was the best. Because I'd pay $5 just to go there and use their commercial vacuum. That was worth it. I spent 16 minutes. I'm only supposed to spend 10. And I threw out garbage in my car. So this was just a great experience vacuuming my car.
Well, listen, again, at the end of the day, it was free and you got yourself a nice little one. Yeah, it may not be to the expectation, but
it was fun sitting in the car, and I haven't sat in a car wash in years. We actually sit in it. It was with my grandfather many years ago. We went through a car wash and you sit in it, so that was kind of fun. And this car wash during COVID used to let you stay in the car through the car wash.
Well, they are convenient because if you're in a rush, you just come in through, you come out the other way and just drive away. That's it. That's one thing. I have a similar one, and I actually literally just go through it, come on the other side, and head back to my highway. That's it. And it makes it easy for me to keep the car kind of cleaner.
It's good for the outside, but it doesn't do much of the inside.
No, there's no inside.
No, it doesn't do any. There's no fragrance. There's no nice. They don't dash the wheels. They don't. They don't white armor roll the insides nice and detail it.
That you pay a little bit more for, but you're right. You got to get out of the car, and these guys go and do their work, and they keep it nice, and the car comes.
So it was an interesting experience, and I have to tell you one thing about the car wash, though. Very nice gentleman, because when I had washed my car, got my car washed, and I was vacuuming, the back of my car has like I have like a rubber mat that I put in to keep the carpet nice in the back of my SUV. So in the part where the hatch is, I took some of my water from my water bottle and I just put on there so I could clean it and vacuum with the wet vac because there was a little bit of white stuff. So I just used that and vacuum, but I left it on the floor. Then I actually pulled my car over to the other side, pulled out my keyboard, and started typing away. And then I pulled away. And I was like, wait a minute. I left without my bottle, my water bottle. So I picked up the phone. I called him. I was like, hey, guys, listen, I think I left my water bottle there, by the vacuums. I was wondering if you guys might be able to just pick that up for me, and I'll come back and pick it up. Oh, sure. We'll bring it into the lobby and pick it up later. And I just thought their level, they probably weren't getting paid a lot of money, but I got to tell you, their professionalism and their level at these soaring car washes, it was impeccable. The people at the car wash here are very nice, but I have to tell you, they were even more friendly. They were just very helpful. They added that experience where when I go to my York cars, okay, what do you want? I think I'll have lemon. What flavors do you have? I don't know. Look at the sign. Or they could have said, what are you in the mood for? Well, we have lemon, we have cherry, we have this. Like, they didn't get into it. You know what I'm saying? And then when they washed the car off, I'm like, thank you so much. Oh, you're welcome, sir. When they said they're like, yeah, okay. They just kind of like, it's like another car. And even when I checked in, I was trying to say, oh, let me give you a brochure, sir. Let me show you what other options you have. And if you sign up today, you're going to save 10. Well, I'm not signing up. I just came for the free car. But they were trying to sell me. And so, but I got to tell you something. It was interesting. It was really an experience. And some of my videos are getting 400 or 500 views from going through a TD Bank.
Well, but again, so you brought the idea of the drive-through, and for a lot of people, by the way, this show is airing all over the world. So some parts of the world may not even have, concepts of some of the things that are available. And even in the States, some parts may not have the same, I guess, services that you might have in parts of the States. And again, drive-through in a bank that might be easy to find, maybe in Jersey and some other states. It may not be the same in some cities or even some.
But it is national. National Drive-Through Day is around the United States.
Oh, yeah, of course. But I'm talking about just the concept of ease, concept of bringing the service to you and make it a lot easier for you. People are busy. The whole idea is that, you don't have to come out of your car. It's hot, cold, whatever. You come in, you get your stuff, you get the coffee. You can go to any beverage place, Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts, you drive through. Pharmacies too, they have all those large.
Yeah, but I see they take a long time. It's quicker to go inside than unless you just want to sit there and it's raining.
Well, they do have time frames. You said it was a minute and something that you got your taco.
But the taco, they're the best. A minute and 20 seconds. They are the fastest, most accurate, most polite drive-through I've ever been through in my life.
Well, thank you for highlighting it, because not all of them are, and you're right. Some of them, sometimes you have bad experiences. I've had some of those where I have to left the place, and then I realized the order was not there. They said it was there.
Was it a Taco Bell or was it a different restaurant?
No, it was different. Well, one of them actually was a Taco Bell.
Because Taco Bell has the highest level. And then when I went over and I thanked the kid, and he's like, gee, you're really making me feel good telling me that. I said, well, it's the truth. He's like, wow. He's like, I feel great now.
Well, John, just I wanted to say this. So I did have an experience with Taco Bell where I left, and this was actually Florida. And we went home, and then I realized they didn't give us a part of the order. And, again, we checked, but, in the car, you try to, this car's behind you, so you move. I called them, and actually they had them, but I didn't come back. I went the next day, and I mentioned the manager, and they gave me the order the next day. So that's the kind of, service. Now I've had.
That's not I got to tell you, I don't go to fast food places. I went to McDonald's, remember, a few weeks ago, because they did the free French fry, the free large fry, did there. That video had close to 5,000 views. I was surprised just going and getting French fries. But I got to tell you, I've been to Wendy's. I mean, and in my lifetime, I've been to other places, Burger King, and they just don't have that same demeanor. It's like, welcome to Taco Bell's. How can we help you? And as soon as I finished what I wanted, anything else? Like, not really, and anything else? And I order, and anything else? No, thank you. Okay, great. That'll be 511. Please drive around. Like, very nice, very, they're prompting me, but like when you went to McDonald's, it's like, I'm gonna have the chicken burger, and I'm gonna have the you want the combo, right? Yes, the combo cheese. I don't know, so you're gonna have to look at the menu. I don't know the prices. What do you mean you don't know the price? Like, you can look yourself and see which one's cheaper. I mean, I don't have time to tell you that.
Well, so let's let's highlight that. I mean, this is touching on customer service experience, right? And expectations of the customer. And the old saying states, that the client is king, or you're always right, and or queen. It's amazing that somehow, somewhere, that got lost a little bit around the years. It is still, businesses are run to make money, but cannot exist without customers and clients. And that whole combination of, you want to be a great business, you need to deliver a great experience. And those two, and again, you and I, we share one very common thing, which is Disney magic. And at the days where really they did believe in the Disney magic and they really delivered. but that's actually a big concept in any business. I don't care what business you're in. That's part of your stuff. If you have staff that has attitude, staff that is not well trained, they're not taking care of the customers. If you make your customers feel good, they'll come back, and the sale happens, and no matter what you sell. It is important to realize that. So it doesn't matter, if someone's listening from these franchises or someone's listening from any small business, it is the first thing you have to worry about. If you can get your first of all, your staff, you treat them well, you make sure that they actually are, getting the.
What did we say? Acquire, engage, and delight.
There you
Acquire
go.
the client, engage them repetitively, and delight them over and over again. Under promise, over deliver. And I think that's really the message. But, it doesn't just stem with your customers or your clients. I like to call them clients. But it doesn't just stem there. It also really comes from home in your staff. So like you're saying, so for example, I had a staff member the other day and a new person, and they were here X hours. They got their check, and he's like, I think you gypped me in my check. I said, how did we gyp you? Oh, well, I was here 4.17 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So you gypped me $4.62. Really? I said, I am so sorry. Let me give you that $4 you said in 6 here. Take the $5. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. And I want to let you know that I don't think we're going to be needing your services anymore, but I wish you all the best of luck. And can we have your keys, please? And I find that I'm usually a very good judge of character, but every once in a while, especially with these millennials and younger, they come on strong, but then they can't deliver. I had a TikTok kid that we brought in here who was supposed to be like stellar. Told me he had credentials of getting people 80,000, 100,000 views. So our admin team, we hired him. We thought he'd be a great asset to the team. And he tends to be very difficult, where he didn't want to give his social number. He was afraid of giving his bank, all kinds of crazy stuff. So he didn't want to come on as an employee. He wanted to come on as a contractor, which I don't care. I mean, don't have to pay unemployment, don't have to pay any other kind of fees because you want to become a contractor. Fine. And started looking at his work, and I'm like, and this is actually before we fired him. And I see, no, he's not living up to his potential. He said he could do all this. He's been on with us 3 weeks. And frankly, I don't see anything he's doing that none of us could be doing right now. Like, he's taking 4 or 5 hours to do something we do in about an hour. Like, I don't understand it. And when I talked to him, I said, we're letting you go because I don't think there's frankly anything that we have for you to do, because we really thought that you were like a gusto kid, a one that was going to really go get him. It just seemed like that, I guess, is a facade, and that you just really want a job and you just want to sit back and really not be different. So I think that's really hard for a lot of employers. For some employees, we get 1,000 people through the system and we might hire 2.
Well, John, that's a big. Let's cover that for a bit. Let's just pause it.
Sure.
So one thing, we talked about the experience, right? And your clients are your business. I mean, that's your core, really. You have your clients, but your first clients also that will serve your customers are your employees. They're part of your clients in a different aspect. But the caliber, the caliber of these new employees, the ethics have changed much, over the years.
Absolutely. They don't exist.
Yeah, it's just a different world we live in. I think also post-pandemic, things have changed drastically. And you're right. So there's an expectation that I can go and work. It doesn't matter. See, back in the days, you get a job, you're excited about the job, you want to succeed in the job, you want to go to the next level of the job, you want to stay in that job for a career path. Now you get a little bit of like, oh, whatever, I'm not going to do here. I don't like it.
And not only that, we have a policy that we always say, when you're on time, you're late. So don't be on time, be early. So the first day he comes into work, supposed to be here 9:30. Okay. He strolls in here about 9:45, 9:55.
Well, lucky he showed up the first day.
I said to him, so you obviously know we're not going to start you till probably 10 or 10:30 since you're a little late. Oh, yeah, that's fine. And the next time he comes in to meet, Supposed to be at 9:30, he comes at 9:35.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just that lackadaisical attitude. But when you put these kids in like I don't want to call it a sweatshop, but more of a demanding place like a Walmart or a pizza place, they don't tolerate that crap, HH. You're getting paid less money. We're paying them good money. And you punch in, you punch out. You're like right there. And when somebody, to me, basically doesn't use that opportunity, saying, hey, look, we're giving you a golden opportunity, okay? And sometimes you make a wrong decision. I mean, you think somebody is good, but then you really don't know how they're going to work out until you get them involved and you see what makes them tick. But when you get somebody that lies to you, that's a big problem. Like telling us, oh, yeah, well, I got a couple of friends of mine, they got them 80,000 followers. No, you didn't get them 80,000 followers. After talking with you, they already had several thousand followers. And you maybe got them 1,000 or two more, or 5,000 more. You didn't get them anywhere near 80,000 followers.
Well, it's just an example, but you're right. The concept of ethics at work today is just completely just different. And companies today are really struggling to figure this out. I mean, this is a whole new world we live in, literally, when it comes to employment, and
it's different. It's very difficult.
And corporations are suffering. I mean,
and it's expensive too. It's very costly for small companies as well as large corporations. You've got to have a very decent HRIS system, or we can't afford to play the game with these kids. So that now what we do is, if they don't pass the test, we don't even see them. Like, I don't even know they exist until they get to a certain level. Well, we have another policy. Somebody's supposed to set up an interview. If they get moved to the next level, if they don't set up the interview, at least get on the schedule. Don't have to be an interview, but they get on the schedule to book an interview. To set one. The system automatically tells them we've decided to move forward with other candidates, and we thank you for your application.
You made me. I just remember something that happened a couple of weeks back. So I had this particular candidate, and so this person said, well, the job is a field work, and this candidate said, well, I'm not thrilled about doing the field work, but I'd like the opportunity to maybe do the like a remote. So we said, well, we don't do remote, but let's just do an interview and see what it is. So we'll do a Zoom. Guess what? Didn't even show up to the Zoom.
That's what I mean. So this is why I get this with interns. I get this with people that are paid interns, cred interns. I had one the other week that we thought was going to be great. He had stellar reviews. He came in. And first thing we learned is make sure they do an edit for you before you even bring them on board. Had a great attitude. Everything was great. Couldn't do much with the camera. Brought him on to do an edit. He handed me something that was not even in a post-production state. I mean, it was like, it still needed major editing. Oh, well, and we even gave him a template of what to do. And, oh, by the way, I got to go on vacation tomorrow. Well, what about the project? We had to scrap everything he did for that entire day. It was useless. But I think it just causes people to be aware of. But the last thing I want to share with you, tomorrow is Tuesday, and I'm very excited for Tuesday. Tomorrow is July 26th, getting up very early, 5 o'clock in the morning, to drive to New York, Nanuet, New York, and I'm going to go to a bagel place. And I'm going to be there right when the bagels come fresh off the line to capture them, because it's Bagel Fest Day.
Yum, yum. I love my bagels.
And they're also a bakery, too. So, we're always trying to create different types of hype. But I think when you can engage the social community with something that's wanted or something that is revered or respected, I think that's what people want today. They want social content that is going to help them live better lives. I mean, there's a lot of crap out there, don't get me wrong. But I mean, they want content that is going to help them. I mean, just to tell you real quickly, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, they're three totally different worlds.
Yeah.
It's like the people on Instagram don't want to admit they need something. So you'll get a fraction of people. TikTok people, they like something that has some value. Facebook people really appreciate business stuff, which I was surprised. There's a lot of people on Facebook that want to improve their lives, which that surprised me.
It's age driven too. I think so. Facebook is kind of like, maybe 15, 20 years in the making. I guess that's just about right. I forgot that when it started now, but it is an older crowd, and it's not really where a lot of the younger folks actually spend time. There's Snapchat, there's other things. TikTok is kind of like a hybrid where everybody is, and it's all creative stuff. And it gave the way it is, you don't have to be too, like if you have to do YouTube video, it might be a lot of work. And just go through the YouTube process is very difficult to even get somewhere. But for TikTok, anybody can create an account, any account. There's so many users, ID, blah, 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 that you don't even have. They have one post or whatever. But the idea is that it's a lot easier to navigate and maneuver and get used to, right? And you can deliver something less, 15 seconds, 30, 60 seconds.
7 seconds.
Yeah, it could be just hi guys,
But you know what's crazy on TikTok and even YouTube? People are recording these crazy videos. Say how to get 1 million followers, right? But you know the funny thing? They don't tell you how to get the 1 million followers. They're either some scam nonsense or they talk about something that, they're doing, and then they get very conceited and all up in themselves. And I got to go. So bye. But I know you're going to watch more of my videos. And I'm like, what the heck kind of content is this? And they're showing it. I don't get why people watch that.
Well, so you said something earlier. And again, it's there's a little bit of everybody out there, and everybody has a different expectation. And yeah, some people want, because something that is solid, something that is heavy duty, something that's going to change their life. And that's why I said the age makes a difference in a way, but doesn't mean anything. I mean, you have a lot of younger folks that actually have great, content, and they actually really make a difference. So, and then there's some stuff that's pure entertainment. Just it could be the crazier, believe it or not, the crazier on those things, makes more hype. It's amazing that you could put nonsense and you'll get millions of viewers or followers or whatever. And you can put the best content that is as educational. You can be,
this is what blows my mind, HH. It blows my mind.
Well,
because I put really high quality content. The last thing I want to share with you, because I know we're almost out of time, there's a lady. Maybe she's in her 20s, 20, 24, whatever. And she's talking. She's like, I'm bummed. You know why I'm bummed? I'll tell you why I'm bummed. Because stupid TikTok. They took away my life. And she pops a candy in her mouth. I tell you, I'm so sick of them. They took away my TikTok live. And I'm going to tell you why it happened. What happened? Stupid why it happened. I was on my TikTok live, in my bubble gum on my break. And this little kid comes along here and he's in my live. And I'm like, get out of my live. I'm on my TikTok. Get on my live. So I didn't think anything of it. They didn't think anything of it. I am my break.
Somebody reported her.
I got a message later. I love my TikTok live. And they said that I was harassing little kids.
Yeah. Well, you can actually challenge that. You can challenge it. You can.
She wasn't harassing the kid. She just said to get out. But it's a whole thing. Even the game of getting followers. People try to get followers back and forth, and they try to follow people. But that's a game because
that part I never understood that.
No, the reason it works is that when you do it, you get some people that might stick, but most of them will probably leave you. You have to do it 6 or 7 times, and you have to do it within so many minutes. The problem is that when you do this, everybody sees the follows and unfollows. However, the follows that you got, which supposedly were organic, they start to drop off within a day or two because they realize that you're not producing content like that person you were following.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So it's a very weird kind of world. Like I said to you, to get, a couple 500,000 views, I'm happy to have that on TikTok because it means that your content's resonating with people. And it's just a matter of time before the content, gets to a level that people are going to appreciate. But I tell people, if you are a creator, keep creating because a lot of people give up on their journey just before they're about to become successful. That's the main thing. But to wrap up here, regardless of what medium you use or how you use your social media, I think you just have to realize one important thing: be original, create unique content, and make sure that whatever you do does not go against somebody else. Don't be putting hate stuff on there. Don't be putting private stuff on there. Make sure what you're doing is something that could go on TV. It's okay that's funny or it might be stupid, but you really got to use, I'll say it again, social media as a tool. You can use it in a good way and you can use it in a bad way. And if you learn to use social media in a right way, it starts to build allies, but don't buy followers, because what happens is these people will eventually unfollow you. And not only will they unfollow you, you're going to get your account banned, because there's no way that you can gain that kind of organic growth. I see these people over countries and they say that they got millions of followers. No way. There's something else they're not telling us. How they're just uploading something. It's not logical what they're doing. There was a kid that opened a can of bag. He's like, oh my gosh, look what I got in this cake. He got no way he got 5 million followers for just open a bag of cake. They're doing some other crazy stuff. So we could yap about this all, but I definitely want to conclude, or we'll be here till 10 o'clock at night, HH.
Well, yeah, we're concluding, but just because you hit something on the social piece, social media piece. You're right. Be a creative, creator. Keep on doing your stuff. Don't worry about it if you don't get the views. It's gonna happen as long as all it takes is one thing, and you'll go viral eventually. And that shouldn't be the actual destination. Destination, not that you want to be viral. The destination, you want to make sure that you have something that is of consistency and content that people will actually appreciate and learn from and do something, benefit from.
It's gonna improve their lives. So
Yeah.
one, when you go back to a store again, first of all, the store might say, hey, don't worry about it. It's on me. That's one thing. The second thing is we say, hey, that TikTok you shot? Yeah. I was showing that to my mom, and that's some really good stuff there. I'm like, we're going to try that. Mm-hmm. And that's what I like to hear. I like to hear that it puts smiles on people's faces, or I like to hear that it changes people's lives in a positive way.
Well, listen, we should all strive to actually help people in our way. We all got to go through this life, and we want to keep a positive impact. And
like a drive-through, but we can keep going through a drive-through. In our life, we can't go back. In the drive-through, we can keep going around.
I love that. Actually, that's a great point. I mean, as you go through, you got to leave a nice breeze behind you. Like people this is good. This person really left a good legacy. And you know what? I mean, that could be it could be entertaining, it could be funny, it could be whatever. Just be valuable. That's all. I think that's the main thing. I think there was a meme that I just posted the other day. It says, "Be valuable, don't be available."
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And it's powerful stuff. But again, folks, listen. I mean, we could talk for hours, John and I, and we covered a few things. Oh, yeah. We don't stop. We can't stop. And my wife says, I got to shut you down. And she kind of takes the remote control, kind of puts me out sometimes with the volume off and mute me. But she unplugs me basically. That's all good. But the fact is, guys, we've covered a lot of things. Some of it is fun, and we kind of take those and we kind of crush them up a little bit and mush them up into something that is of real value to you. I mean, we talked about customer service experience, employees, what should be, what shouldn't, and those things, sometimes can go a long way. We also share some valuable life stuff. I mean, John is really out there every day. Experiencing live like you probably won't, or maybe many people watching and listening may not have the experience that he is having on a day-to-day basis, bringing those things. Some of these things are specific to the States, and some of these things can be worldwide. But at the end of the day, let's all learn, let's all get something, grab a value from today's show, and then the next one, add it up, and you have a whole arsenal of value stuff that you can use, in your life and share with other people. That's all that matters. So,
There's
John,
so much stuff we offer here, like a whole array of candy in the box. Just pick whatever chocolates you like. If you like the caramel, if you like the nuggets, whatever you want, just take whatever it is that you're going to use and make sure you apply it in your life daily. Don't take this stuff once. You know what? I like that. Maybe I'll try it next month. Don't even try it. Like, make the decision now that if you like one of the things that HH or I said, make the choice, make the commitment to do that one thing, do it for 7 days. Just 7 days. I said, why 7 days? Well, because if you do it for 7 days and you like it, then I'm going to ask you to do it for 7 more. And then eventually just do it for the month. But do it for 7 days. If you can't commit to do something we say for 7 days, you're never going to improve your life, no matter what we say.
Well, that's it. I was going to ask you to give us some last word of wisdom. You just did. So see how this goes. This is really not. This is raw. This is not orchestrated. We don't have actual script for this, so we just wing it up.
Oh no, I have one right here. No, I was kidding.
Well, I don't know if you can read that, but hey, if that was a script, that would be a movie. But guys, listen. This is really, we're bringing in some stuff. We have experiences that we have throughout our journeys, and we just feel that there is an opportunity here to share some stuff with you guys. So hey,
let us know what you guys want to hear. If you want us to dig and unpack some stuff, we'll share different things happening in our lives. But let us know if there's something you want us to dig into. Like my latest topic this week is how to be a friend. You're definitely going to want to check that out on believemeachieve.com. There's a lot of characteristics and attributes to being a friend. And maybe we'll talk about that on the next show. Do you just go right into friend zone, or are you going to actually slowly stay in acquaintance zone? Don't feel like you have to push the gas pedal to go in friend zone. Keep them in acquaintance zone until they've earned the merits to gather the gander and respect of being a friend.
Thank you, John. And by the way, guys, as John mentioned right now, you can email. Well, first of all, you can follow John or I, on the social media, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. We're TikTok.
We're here.
but also you can email us. You can email the station here, hurricaneh@ihelpusa.com, and you could probably email directly John. Which email would you like to get some feedback or suggestions?
Yeah, so they can just send an email to me at my personal email is fine, jmorc@aol.com.
There you go. Or you can just message us in those social
Message us through social media. That's probably going to be the quickest way. And let us know what you liked, what resonated with you, what didn't. Comment, get involved, engage, and start becoming purposeful with your life.
That's it. I'm not saying a word more. That's it. Well, that was like a few words already. But all right, I'm Hurricane H, and
I'm John C. Morley, and I hope that you have a fabulous rest of your week. And I can't wait to be with you again next Monday evening. Have a great week and a wonderful weekend.
You got it, folks. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.